Okay, guys, Drew. Hi, Drew. And little Junior down there. We're going to show you how to make dog food today. What you need is, I'm going to show you how to make a batch, because it's sure easier to make it in a big batch than to make it up individually each time. So you take your dry dog food, which in my case is Merrick, put it in a big pan, and then I fill it all the way to the top with water. Warm water, because obviously it's got to absorb the water to be soft enough for these little toothless puppies to eat. And then I have half and half yogurt, cottage cheese, any kind, doesn't matter, eggs, and cheap hamburger. Okay, there's dishes in my sink. You weren't supposed to see that. Okay, so we got our ingredients. I'm gonna pause it here for a minute. Okay, absolutely nothing is written in stone. I just poured in about 3 cups of half and half. I'm now going to put all the cottage cheese in there. And then I'm going to probably do a bunch of eggs. No stress. There's nothing written in stone. You're just making up a good, palatable bunch of food out of good ingredients. Okay? All right, pausing again. Okay, now on my eggs, I use a lot of eggs because, to be honest with you, I got a lot of chickens and they're laying a lot of eggs. So some people bitch about egg whites. I don't know. It's come down through the ages in the Jessup family that eggs are good for dogs, so I just don't worry about it. They seem to do just fine. I used about 6 eggs for this mass here. And then the last thing I'm going to put in is about, this is 2 pounds. I'll probably put about a pound of the hamburger in there. Okay, stand by. Okay, so I put in about half that meat, the 6 eggs, a whole thing of cottage cheese, and then on the top is a big blob of plain yogurt. Now, this is not necessary. Your dog would survive perfectly well on just, like, say, Merrick dog food softened with warm water. But I'm old-fashioned. I like to feed a really good food for my puppies for the first at least 12 weeks. And then after that, I might just use this concoction as like a little bit of a mixture to go on top of their primarily dry food. Actually, my adult dogs at this time eat free feed dry. So they just get stuff like this, like the bitches for whelping, you know, and trying to recover them after whelping and while they're nursing. I feed them this as a top dressing on their dry dog food. So any way you feed is fine. There's no bad way to feed your dog other than basically feeding them something so crappy like Old Roy or, you know, something like, I mean, my God, my brother fed like kibbles and bits or something horrible to his dog, and they all lived to be like 16 years old. So all dog foods are basically going to keep your dog alive. I just think that if you're going to want really good coats, a really good immune system, and most importantly, keep them from becoming finicky in the stomach and getting, you know, allergies or food sensitivities, you need to feed them a lot of variety when they're young. And I'll talk more about that in my puppy pages, but for now I'm going to stir up this big bunch of crap and let it soak in so that the dry food is soft for the puppies. And that is it. Okay, any questions, let me know. Bye-bye.